Yo, what's going on, guys? So today I want to have a discussion about Naruto using wood style, whether or not it should happen, and if it will indeed happen in the series. And before I go any further, I have to go ahead and say this. You know, my boy Anime Balls Deep did a really good job talking about Naruto and the wood style jutsu, and I highly recommend checking out his video on that because, again, he did a really good job on that. And I agree with some of the points, but, you know, I also have some different takes on it. So with that being said, I want to kind of jump into this topic. Now, here's the thing, right? Slight spoiler, but here's the thing. In the Boruto generation, we do know that there's a wood style user. I'm not going to say the name for anybody who might be an anime only viewer, but we do have a wood style user in the Boruto generation. And what's really interesting is the fact that, like, Naruto has an arm that's made from the Hashirama DNA and it's made from white Zetsu. And so you would think that, like, Naruto could indeed use wood release. I mean, Naruto has like a bunch of Kekkei Genkai from having gotten some of the chakra of all of the different Biju that he has. And Naruto has the Sage of Six Paths power. Like, you should think that Naruto knows some wood style jutsu. And if he does, like, Naruto could be a walking tank because, like, wood style jutsu is really hacks. But at the same time, like, when you look at it, you know, some people have theorized that Naruto can't safely use wood style jutsu, and this is headcanon, but safely can't use wood style jutsu because he has the Kyuubi chakra, and the whole purpose of wood style is to hold back some of the Kyuubi chakra. Now, I don't fully agree with that. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't fully agree with it. I think that's a decent, educated guess as to why Naruto doesn't use it. But, you know, the other thing is like, when you take all that into consideration, and you look at it, I think that this could very well be a scenario where Kishimoto gave Naruto the wood style, gave Naruto the Hashirama and white Zetsu arm and forgot that, hey, like, when you have the Senju DNA, you can use the wood style jutsu. And the reason why I say that is you got to keep in mind, right? Being a mangaka, it's a grueling schedule, and Kishimoto did Naruto for a really long time. And towards the end of the series, like, Kishimoto was involved in a lot. I mean, Kishi was involved in a lot. I don't think people realize how much stuff Kishimoto had going on. Like, not only did Shueisha and Jump approach Kishimoto several months in advance and tell him, yeah, Naruto's ending at chapter 700. It's ending on this date. And it's ending in this volume. Wrap everything up. And, you know, Kishimoto even said this himself. And I'll do a separate video on this if you guys want. But Kishimoto even said this himself. Like, stuff that he would have explained in a future volume, he couldn't do. And so he had to leave a lot of stuff on the table. And there are other things he wanted to do that he couldn't quite do because the series was ending. On top of doing the manga and drawing that weekly and doing this research for all that, Kishimoto was also having to do the designs for Naruto the Last. He was having to look over the revisions for Naruto the Last, because for those of you who don't know, when Kishimoto was doing the Last, he wasn't actually writing the story. He actually hired a group of shoujo writers and a group of female writers to write the story because Kishimoto doesn't know how to write romance. It's something he said numerous times. He can't write romance. He sucks at doing it. And so Kishimoto would have to look over the revisions. And I remember reading one of the interviews he did back in 2015, which was he had did so many different revisions to what they had done that he got into it with the writing team, because he felt like they were getting away from what he wanted to do for the story. He was making different revisions. They were constantly going at it. And you know from his interview that he did with Yahigi, his first editor for Naruto, which there should be a video on the channel that goes over this. With his first editor, they would have shouting matches for 6 hours going back and forth over the direction of the story. And, like, Kishimoto would have that going on. While that's going on as well, he's got to look over the stuff for the Naruto Hiden stuff, which is like the different novels that came out that filled in this huge time skip that happened between chapter 699 and chapter 700. All this stuff was promoted as canon over in Japan as official continuations of the story. Himawari as a part of the Naruto New Era project. He was having to start doing the outline for the Naruto Gaiden spin-off manga, which is the Scarlet Spring manga. I forgot the exact title for it, but it's basically the whole thing where Sarada goes off in search of Sasuke and they meet Shin Uchiha and all that, and that whole thing of who's Sarada's mom? Is it Sakura? Is it Sarada? Or is it Sakura or is it Karin? Just that whole type of thing, right? Like Kishimoto was having to do that, and then he was having to work on the outline for the Boruto movie with Kodachi. I mean, it was a lot of different things that were going on towards the end of the manga, which is why Kishimoto forgot to give Himawari and Boruto the Byakugan. So I say all that to say it's very possible that Kishimoto forgot, like, oh yeah, if you get the Senju DNA, you also get the wood style ability. I think that's something that could have happened. But, you know, when we look at the fact that we have a wood style user in the Boruto generation, all right, in Boruto Naruto generations, there's a character who can use wood style. It's almost redundant to have Naruto be able to use it too, because you got to keep in mind when you see the state that the Hidden Leaf Village is in, and the fact that Naruto is sent off somewhere and we don't know whether that means that he's dead or if he's sealed away somewhere. If Naruto also has wood style, it brings into the question, how the hell was he defeated? And it makes it that much harder for fans to even swallow, even comprehend the fact that Naruto was defeated in any type of way. So I really feel as if you give Naruto one more handout on top of everything else he's got, it's gonna make people call it an ass pull, like hands down. And if you don't understand how powerful Naruto is, I highly recommend checking out the 2 videos I did where I talk about how strong is Naruto Uzumaki, and I break down every variation of the Rasengan. I'll leave both of those videos in the end credits of this video so you guys can take a look at that. But here's the thing about that, right? If we were to go down this route and Naruto were to get wood style, the other thing is I really feel as if Kodachi, I almost said Kishimoto, but I almost feel like Kodachi would be going down the route that Akira Toriyama did, where Super Saiyan felt special until every character got it. And it's the same thing here. Like right now with wood style, like you have Hashirama, you have Danzo, you have Yamato, you have Madara, and then you have the 5th character who I will not name. Like that's it. You have 5. But if you have Naruto in there, that's 6. Like at that point, it's like you get wood style, you get wood style, you get wood style. And that's like the thing about it, right? Like if we were to go down this route, Konoha would have 3 people in the Hidden Leaf Village who can use wood style. At what point do we say Konoha is too powerful? I mean, it's something that I think will be a really, really bad idea. Now, with that being said, the other thing is like, yeah, you got to keep in mind, like Naruto's also getting his artificial limb. He's getting it enhanced by Katasuke, the character who is doing the whole weapons and ninja development stuff, the guy who did the ninja tech. He's also developing an arm that allows Naruto to absorb ninjutsu, which it can currently do, but it can also repel at some point. That's something they're working on. So if you give Naruto that ability on top of wood style, the dude's already broken. Like, we gotta come up with a new term for him at this point. But I mean, that's my take on this. I really feel as if it'd be a bad idea. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. But as always, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for watching all the way into the end. Have an incredible day, guys.